How's it going, people? TheCompleteRS here, and welcome to your quest guide for an Aid of the Myreque. So let's get started. No fast forward and no nonsense. Here we go. So quest wise, you need to have completed In Search of the Myreque for this one. Skill wise, you will need 25 crafting, 15 mining, and 7 magic. In your inventory, you'll want 6 planks, 45 plus steel nails or above, 5 empty buckets, and some food. In your bank, you require quite a few items for this one. You'll want 1 swamp paste, 2 steel bars, 1 mithril bar, a silver bar, a coal, 1 cut sapphire, 10 bronze hatchets, 3 tinder boxes, 1 silver sickle blessed, and 1 rope. You'll also need 5 more planks, 1 soft clay, 1 cosmic rune, 1 water rune, 10 mackerel, and 10 fat snails. You need all of those things, and you want them in your bank. The mackerel can be raw, same with the snails. Either way, make sure you've got all that stuff with you. Make sure you have in your inventory those 6 planks, 45 plus steel nails or above, 5 empty buckets, and some munchies. You can start this quest by coming over to Canifis, and we need to head into the Myreque Hideout. And in case it's been a while since you've been to the Hideout or did the In Search of the Myreque quest, I'll show you how to do it from the centre of Canifis. Here we go. So, starting this quest, I need to go to the Myreque Hideout. Easiest way, just run around the backside of the pub, just to the south, and go down the trapdoor. So once you're in here, head down towards your south again. There's a fake door in the wall. Go ahead and open that. And you want to run a touch down towards your south until you come to the first little nook, right by here, and go ahead and enter the cave. So once you're inside, you need to speak to the Leaf Hurts. Let's go ahead and speak to him, run through his chat nice and quick. And you want to choose option 1, I want to join you. Run through his chat some more, then choose option 2, okay, tell me this info. Then run through his chat again, until eventually you get some more options. Choose option 1, can you tell me about the job? And lastly, choose option 1, okay, I'll do the job. So once you finally finish talking to the Leaf, it's time to make our way back down to Morton. The easiest way is just simply take the swamp boat shortcut. So from here you want to run all the way down to the southeast side of this little cavern and head through the large doors by here. Once you're out and up into the swamp, run directly down towards your south and you'll find a tree with a ladder and walkway across it. Go ahead and climb up there. You will automatically cross this ladder. Let's go ahead and go across the bridge. And from here, run almost directly down towards your south. If you're on your minimap, literally just click south of your position and keep clicking directly south. And eventually you'll come to a dead end with a boat. Go ahead and travel on the boat down to Morton. So now that we're in Morton, we now need to make our way to Derezel. So Derezel is found just to the southwest of Morton. So from here, run almost directly in the southwestern direction until eventually you come across a bridge. Cross that bridge, and just to the south of that, you'll find the gate entrance to Derezel. So once you're here, go ahead and try to jump the gate. You get stuff thrown at you, then speak to Florin, run through his chat, and choose option 5, okay, goodbye. Then use one of your food on the chest just a touch to your north, then try to jump the gate again. Once you do so, you get a little cutscene, and they'll be alright, no worries, you can come in. So go ahead and jump the gate. And welcome, you now have access to Derezel. So once you're over the other side, go ahead and speak to Florin again. Choose option 4, is there a way out? And then option 5, okay, thanks. So from this point, we want to go to the pub first, which is the first building to your southeast. Everything looks broken here. So head in to the pub. And in the northwest corner of this pub, there's a little wall you can climb over. Go ahead and do so. And just to the west, as soon as you come in, you can mine some rubble. Go ahead and mine that. And you will reveal a trapdoor. Make your way downside. So once you're inside here, it's now time to clear away a load of stuff. So you'll need a few inventory spots here, as there are some items. You need at least 6. So if your inventory is full of food, go ahead and munch some. Once you have 6 empty spaces in your inventory, go ahead and mine every single piece of rubble in this room. There's quite a lot of it. You may have to turn your camera angle around so you can see all of it. But mine every single last piece. You should end up getting a load of different types of nails and a bunch of items in and of themselves. But you'll know once you've completed it, as you'll simply be able to get a cutscene. And that cutscene will be as soon as you mine that last piece. So mine it all up, you can then clear it, and that'll fill up your buckets with rubbish. When you need to empty them, go ahead and just empty your buckets. But for now, mine every single piece of rubble. So I'm going to fast forward this little section, as it does take roughly 5 minutes. But literally all you've got to do is just mine the rubble. It's as simple as that. You just mine the rubble, clear up the rubbish, eventually you'll get a bunch of nails, a bunch of random crap, and a note. Make sure you read the note, and then mine the final piece of rubble, and you should get yourself that cutscene. So once you've got the cutscene, you'll find that there's a plaque on the north side of the wall. Go ahead and search it. If you haven't read that note, read it now, and then search it. And you get a little message from it, and it's time to move on to the next section. So once you've done all that, you've got the cutscene, you've checked the plaque, you've read the note, head back up the ladders, cross this wall again, and you need to speak to any villager. So any of the random people walking around, just go ahead and talk to them, and choose option 3, I'd like to fix up the town. And then run through the chat some more and choose OK, thanks, option 4. So it's time to fix the next building then. So you want to go to the general store, which is found in the northeast side of the village. Go in here, go ahead and speak to the bloke inside. Oral. Choose option 4, what should I do now? And then choose option 5, OK, thanks. So once you've done that, there's a ladder outside of the building, go ahead and climb up that. And you need to fix this roof. Go ahead and use a plank on it. That'll fill in the hole. Then head downstairs, and just on the outside, on the southern side, you'll see a hole in the wall. Go ahead and use a plank on this. Once you've done that, you should also fix the hole. Go ahead and speak to Oral once again, and choose option 4, what should I do? At this point you will need to read his chat, as he'll either ask you for 10 mackerel or 10 snails. He'll also ask for a bunch of bronze hatchets and some tinderboxes as well. But the main one you need to find out is whether you need to deliver mackerel or snails to the bloke. Once you do so, he'll end up giving you a crate, and it's time to go ahead and get all this crap. So the only bank we can get to right now is back up in Canifis, so you will have to home port, so make sure you talk to him, find out whether he wants mackerel or snails from you. And once you've found out, head back to the bank in Canifis, and you need these items on you. So you need the 10 hatchets, the 3 tinderboxes, and either 10 mackerel or 10 fat snails in the box. So just take them out of your bank, and then use them on the box to add them in. You'll also want the box of supplies in your inventory, obviously. 5 more planks, 1 swamp paste, all of the nails you've gained so far, plus 2 steel bars, 1 coal ore, and 1 silver sickle blessed, as well as some food to go along with it. So make sure you have all of those items on you, and that supply box is full with those hatchets, the tinderbox, and the food he requested. Once you have all those items, you just need to make your way back down into Berg de Rot. So the list is on screen now if you need it, so just make sure you grab those items and you have them in your inventory right now, and then make your way back down to Berg de Rot. So again, to make your way down here, all you need to do is head into the hideout, run all the way down to the south coast of the door, head directly south once you appear back in the swamp, go across the tree bridge, run directly south of the tree bridge, catch the boat, then head to your southwest and jump the gate. So once you're back in Berg de Rot, then you want to head back in to the general store located in the northeast side. and go ahead and speak to Oral. Use the box on him and he'll take it off your hands and you'll be like, oh cheers mate, thanks for that. Choose option 5, okay thanks, and finish the conversation. From here you want to head down towards your southwest. Just south of the pub you'll find a bank. It's time to fix this up so we can actually use it. So once you're inside, go ahead and speak to Cornelius. Choose option 4, what should I do? And then choose option 5, okay thanks. So first thing you need to do is use a plank on the bank booth itself to fix it. Once you've done that, you want to head to the west side of the building, just outside, and you'll see a damaged wall. Go ahead and use a plank on this as well. Once you've done that, go ahead and speak to Cornelius again. Run through his chat, choose option 4, what should I do? And then option 3, do you fancy the job? At this point you now need to talk to any villager wandering about. There's one normally around to the northwest. Go ahead and speak to one of those. Choose option 4, what should I do? Then option 5, okay thanks. Noticing a pattern yet? At this point we now need to fix up the furnace, so from here you want to run down towards your southeast just a touch, just to the east of the bank. On the far end of town you'll find the furnace itself. So it's time to fix this up. So head to the furnace, go ahead and use your steel bar on the furnace to fix it. Then use your coal on the furnace. Then if you right click on the furnace and search, you should be able to light it. Choose option 1, yes. And the furnace will be up and working. Good times. So at this point you'll now get a cutscene and you'll see Vance from Klaus speaking with some other fellas. We're going to have to stab some of these in the face right now. And you will have to use the Silver Sickle Blessed in order to kill the vampires. Now, I myself have got incredibly low melee stats. This fight does actually take me ages, so I always speed up the fight for me personally. Although, honestly, if you're a highish level or have any kind of level in melee combat, you'll probably kill it even before me, even though I've sped this video up. But go ahead and use the bank if you want to get some gear out for it. I am using mage gear, as you can see, but I still managed to kill both of these without really trying. You want to head over to the general store in the northeast corner of town. Go ahead and speak to Gadaranx. And then speak to all the vampires and everyone else in the room except for the general store owner, Oral. Just run through all the chat, that's all you've got to do. Just ignore the general store owner. So talk to Whiskey, talk to Gadaranx, talk to the 2 vampires. Once you do so, you get this little blackout fade screen, and you'll appear here in a little instance area. At this point, you now want to kill the 2 vampire Juvenates, and then stab Gadaranx in the face. So this part I will speed up. As I said, my melee combat is incredibly low, and as you can see I'm doing like 50 damage per swing, and that's using like ultimates and everything else. This fight literally takes me like 15 minutes. But if you have any kind of level in melee, you shouldn't have any trouble at all killing these things. They don't do a lot of damage, if any. And if you've got some kind of melee stats, you will just wipe them out. So all you need to do is simply kill the 2 vampire Juvenates. You must use the Silver Sickle Blessed for those 2. Gadaranx, however, you can use whatever weapon you fancy, and he drops very, very quickly. So eventually, once the 2 vampires are dead and Gadaranx is dead, go ahead and speak to Gadaranx's corpse, just monging out on the floor. Run through his chat nice and quick. Just hold down the spacebar. Eventually you'll get a little black screen. Gadaranx will suddenly disappear. And you receive the Gada Hammer. Go ahead and speak to Valleif Hertz. He'll magically turn up. Conveniently after all the fighting's done. And then he'll sod off. If for whatever reason when you speak to Valleif it just says null, don't worry about it. That, as known to happen, is a bug in game. As long as it says null or Valleif disappears after you've run through all of his chat, you're fine for the next bit. So at this point we now need to bank and get a bunch of items. Conveniently the bank in town is now fixed, so head down to your southwest and get these items out. So you'll need 1 mithril bar, a silver bar, 1 cut sapphire, 1 rope, 1 soft clay, a cosmic rune, a water rune, and your Silver Sickle Blessed. Also, some munchies won't hurt. So get all those items out, and we can move on to the final section of this quest. So once you have all of your items, it's time to go back to the MyrequeQuest hideout. So go ahead and home teleport back up to Canifis. So at this point you should have the Mithril Bar Silver, a Sapphire Rope, Soft Clay, Cosmic Rune, Water Rune, and your Silver Sickle Blessed on you. And some food to go along with it. Either way, once you're back up to Canifis and you have all those items with you, make your way back into the MyrequeQuest hideout. So head around the back side of the pub and go back into the trapdoor. So once you're down the trapdoor, go through the secret passageway in the wall, and then the first little nook on the east side of this cave, go ahead and enter to make your way inside the MyrequeQuest hideout. Once you're in the hideout, go ahead and speak to Valef, run through his chat, choose option 5, OK thanks. At this point you now need to speak to Paul Maffey nearby, quickly run through his chats, then speak to Radagad, quickly run through his chats, and speak to Ivan. So once you speak to Ivan, you'll be given this little route here, where you need to make your way back up to Patadermis Temple. Go ahead and choose route 1. And you'll now have basically a mini temple tracking game to go through. It's very straightforward, and again you will come across vampires. The only way to kill them is with a Silver Sickle Blessed, so I will be speeding this up because I'm pretty sure you don't want to stand here and wait 20 minutes while I try to kill one bloody vampire. And yes, this genuinely took me 20 minutes to kill these two. So I am going to speed up my fight with the vampires. As I said again, if you have any form of melee stats, you should not have any trouble at all fighting these. It's just my melee stats are complete and utter poo. Yeah, see that magnificent damage? 55 damage at a time, and that's when I actually managed to hit them. Either way, make your way through this. It is basically temple tracking, so just stab the stuff in the face that appears in front of you. It's not really at all difficult. And you should appear outside Patadermis with Ivan. So, once you're outside Patadermis Temple, just towards your west you'll find a trapdoor. Go ahead and enter that to make your way inside to the mausoleum. So, once you're in, just to your north you find Derezel. Go ahead and speak to him. Make sure you got one inventory space. Run through his chats. Choose option 1. Valef told me about Avandis. Run through his chat some more. Then choose option 4. Is this somewhere that information? Then option 3. Use the lives of the pitiful few. So once you've done that, eventually he'll give you a key and he'll shut up. On the east side of this room on the wall is a keyhole. Go ahead and use your key on the keyhole, because that's what it's for. Eventually a trapdoor will pop up in the northeast corner of the room. Make your way down inside. Make sure you have 3 inventory spaces for this part, and we need to find 3 books in this room. So the first one you'll find right by here. Go ahead and click on this bookcase. Then on the western side of the room you'll find the other 2 nearby. So you should have the key and the 3 books on you right now. Go ahead and read through the books. I say read, all you really need to do is click on them to open them, and then quickly spam through every single page, not paying any attention to it whatsoever, then closing it, and then moving on to the next, rinse and repeat until done. Because reading takes effort. Right then, so once you've read all 3 books, it's time to make ourselves a Rod of Avandis. Happy days. At this point, you now need a home teleport and make your way over to Canifis. And we're heading back towards the MyrequeQuest hideout, but we're not actually going in to the hideout itself. So, once you're in Canifis, you want to head back down to the south of the pub, go down the trapdoor. Once you're down the trapdoor, once again go through the fake wall to the south. And almost directly to your east, as soon as you enter, you'll see these boards on the eastern wall. Go ahead and smash them and make your way inside. On the east side of this room you'll find a tomb. Go ahead and use your soft clay on it. Once you do so, you'll have a rod clay mould. You can go ahead and use that and add it to your tool belt right now if you wish. And it's time to make a silver thrill rod. So you need to go to any furnace at all, so Alcarid, Lumbridge are the closest. Edgeville, if you've done the Varg Easy task, to use that furnace. Either one of those work, just make your way to a furnace. So once you're at the furnace, go ahead and use the mould on it, or simply click on the furnace itself. If you use the silver bar, you should get the silver casting options, and there you will find a silver thrill rod option. Go ahead and make a silver thrill rod. So once you've done that, you now want to use the enchant level 1 jewelry spell on it. So enchant sapphire spell. Use it on the rod itself, and then make your way back up to Derezel in the Patadermis temple. So the easiest way there is straight from the Canopus lodestone. Just run into Canopus itself and then follow the path all the way to the west, back to Patadermis temple. So at this point you should have the silver thrill rod, and you should have enchanted sapphire on the actual rod itself to get an enchanted silver thrill rod. Once you're here, head away back inside of Patadermis. Go through the gate just west of Derezel into this main chamber here, and you need to use the rod on the well in the centre. So right click use it on the well in the centre of the room, you'll drop it down. Once you've done so, you should have a Rod of Avandis for 10 charges. So once you've done that, you now want to head to the cellar in the pub where you cleared the rubble in Bird the Rot. So we need to make our way all the way back down there now. So once again, home teleport to Canopus. Head down the trapdoor around the back side of the Canopus pub. Head through the secret door in the south. Head to the southeast side of this cave. Go through the northern door. Upon which you'll appear back inside Mortmire Swamp. From there, run directly to your south and cross the tree bridge. And directly south of the tree bridge, you will find the boat for quick transport down to Morton. So make your way back down to Morton. From there, run southwest to Bird the Rot. Head inside and go to the pub. Because, you know, after all that work, we deserve a pint. So once you're in the pub, all you need to do is go back down the trapdoor we originally went down at the start of this quest, where we cleared out all of that rubble. Yeah, that exact same place. Inside you'll find Valleif, and all you need to do is run through his chat and choose option 1 twice in a row, and that'll be it. Quest complete. Tis as simple as that. So back to the pub in Bird the Rot, down the trapdoor, speak to Valleif, option 1, quest complete. Job's a good one. So what do you get for this then? Well, you gain 2 quest points and 2k XP in attack, strength, crafting and defense. You also gain access to Bird the Rot and the use of his pub, as well as everything else, which is kind of nice. You also gain access to the second half of the Temple Tracker minigame, which means you can now go back and forth from Patadermis Temple and from Bird the Rot. So you just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Good times, it's actually pretty good. And you also gain the use of the Gather Hammer, which apparently is strong against shades, but quite frankly, probably any other weapon that is higher than tier 50 is probably better than the Gather weapon, so entirely up to you. But the Rod of Avandis will come in handy to stab vampires in the face. And you can now use Guthix balance potions to fight and defeat vampires and juveniles as well. Also, if you talk to Historian Minus after this quest, you can get 5 kudos. But there we go, that's pretty much it, people. So hopefully you found this guide useful. You've now done Aid of the Myreque, which means you can now fully do temple trekking without fannying about, running back and forth. And it's time to move on to Branches of Darkmire. Vampires. Good times.